She never thought a simple song could carry so much weight. The melody, soft yet haunting, echoes in her mind every time it plays, a constant reminder of Can. It started years ago, a time when laughter filled the air and promises were whispered in the quiet moments. The song was theirs, a soundtrack to stolen glances and secret smiles. But time has a cruel way of changing everything. The song remained unchanged and unyielding, while their paths diverged. Now, every note pulls her back to those days, to the warmth of Can's presence, even though he's no longer by her side. Why does this song hold such power? What is it about the rhythm and words that keeps her tethered to memories she both cherishes and tries to forget? In the beginning, she tried to avoid it, turning off the radio when it came on, skipping tracks on her playlist. But somehow, it found her, at the quietest moments, when she was alone and vulnerable. The melody would creep in through the cracks, wrapping around her heart, making her relive every glance, every touch, every unspoken word. The song became more than just a tune, it was a vessel carrying the weight of emotions, the echoes of a love story that refused to fade. The city lights shimmer outside her window as the night deepens, but inside, she's trapped in a loop, the song playing on repeat in her mind. Can Yaman's face appears with every verse, as clear as if he was standing right beside her. She remembers the first time they heard it together. It was a rainy afternoon, the kind that makes you want to stay indoors, wrapped in warmth. Ken had smiled, a rare softness in his eyes, and said, "This song, it feels like us." That simple sentence stuck with her. It wasn't just the lyrics or the tune, it was the meaning behind it. A secret code, a shared memory that no one else could understand. But as seasons changed, so did their story. Distance grew between them, and the song became a bittersweet reminder of what once was and what could never be again. Yet, despite the heartbreak, she couldn't let go of the melody. Why? Because the song held the truth, the raw, unfiltered emotions they never said aloud. It was a confession, a goodbye, and a hope all wrapped into one. Even now, when she's surrounded by friends or caught up in new adventures, the song sneaks in, unexpected, relentless. It's the soundtrack of her longing, the soundtrack of a heart that still beats for Can. She wonders if he feels it too. Does the same song remind him of her? Does he hear it and think about what they lost, what they almost had? Or has he moved on, letting the melody fade into silence? For her, the song is a lifeline, a way to keep Can close when the world feels empty. She listens again and again, unable to stop, even when it hurts. Because some songs don't just play, they live inside you. No one knew how much that song meant to her. To the outside world, it was just a popular melody playing on the radio or streaming on playlists. But for her, it was a silent confession, a secret message she carried deep inside. She remembered the times she'd close her eyes and let the music wash over her, feeling Can's presence in every beat, every lyric. The song spoke of love and loss, of promises broken and dreams that slipped away. It told the story they never had the courage to share aloud. Friends noticed the change in her whenever that song came on. Her smile would fade, her eyes would cloud over with memories. They asked if she was okay, but she couldn't explain. How do you explain that a song can hold your heart hostage? Sometimes, late at night, she'd play it over and over, not to feel pain, but to feel connected. To a time when Can was near, when their world felt whole and full of hope. But the truth was, the song was also a reminder of what she lost, and the what-ifs that haunted her most. What if they had chosen differently? What if the song could rewrite their story? As news about Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir's past relationship spread, fans began piecing together moments, spotting that song in their interviews, social media stories, and shared playlists. The melody became a symbol for their love story, a secret thread connecting them beyond words. Fan forums buzzed with theories. Some believed the song was Can's way of sending a message, a hidden note to Demet. Others thought Demet kept it close to hold on to hope that their story wasn't over. The song sparked countless discussions, emotional posts, and heartfelt messages from fans who had felt the same ache of a love that lingers. It wasn't just a song anymore, it was a phenomenon, a soundtrack to a love that refused to be forgotten. While she replayed the melody over and over, Could Can Yaman feel the same pull? Rumors whispered that he had his own secret playlist, filled with songs that reminded him of Demet. Close friends revealed that Can often appeared thoughtful when certain songs played, his expression softening as memories flooded in. But he never spoke publicly about it, choosing instead to keep his feelings guarded, like a melody only he could hear. Could the song that haunted her also be his silent companion? Did he find solace in the same tune, or was he trying to forget? The mystery only deepened, fueling the fans' fascination and the media's endless speculation. It was a night nobody expected. A surprise event in Istanbul, filled with stars and flashing cameras. Can and Demet found themselves in the same room, the air thick with unspoken words. Suddenly, the speakers began to play that very song, the one she couldn't stop listening to. The melody floated through the room, instantly capturing everyone's attention, but most of all, it captured her heart. She looked at Can, searching for a sign, a glance, a smile, anything to bridge the silence between them. For a moment, time stood still. The song was no longer just a memory, it was a live confession, loud and clear. People whispered, cameras clicked, but all she could hear was the song and the pounding of her own heart. Could this be a new beginning? Or was it just another bittersweet reminder? In the days after the reunion, fans pored over every detail, every frame, every note of that song played that night. Social media exploded with clips, theories, and heartfelt messages from those who wished for their love story to continue. Every whispered word, every stolen glance caught on camera, was dissected and cherished by their devoted followers. The song had become more than just a melody, it was a symbol, a beacon of hope for a future that once seemed lost, a reflection of regret for moments that slipped away, and proof that the love they shared still flickered beneath the surface, quietly burning like a fragile flame. For Demet, that song was a bittersweet reminder that no matter how far life had pulled them apart, some melodies never truly die. They linger, echoing through the halls of memory, carrying the essence of what once was, and maybe, just maybe, what could still be. It was as if the music held the power to transcend time and distance, a secret language between two hearts that refused to be silenced. As much as the song brought back memories, she knew she couldn't live in the past forever. The melody was a journey, one that took her through waves of emotions, joy, sorrow, hope, and heartbreak. It was a way to feel everything all at once, to grieve what was lost, and slowly, ever so slowly, to heal. With each listen, she found herself coming closer to a fragile peace. The song, once a haunting echo of pain and longing, gradually transformed into a cherished chapter in the soundtrack of her life. It was no longer a chain that bound her to moments gone by, but a bridge. Delicate yet enduring, connecting her to the love that had shaped her, that had made her who she was. She began to understand that love's true power lies not just in holding on, but in learning to let go, while still carrying its melody within her heart. And perhaps one day, when the ache softened and the wounds had healed enough, she would listen to that song without the sting of longing or regret. Instead, she would hear it with warmth and gratitude, a gentle reminder that Can was once a melody in her life story, a beautiful refrain that had made her heart beat stronger and her soul richer. Because some songs don't just remind us of what's lost, they celebrate what was beautiful, what was real, and what will forever echo in the deepest corners of our being. They become timeless, living memories that prove love's lasting mark, not in the pain it leaves behind, but in the beauty it creates.